Petroleum, Honorable Alex Wachira, the leadership of Globalec, the leadership of GDC, all senior government officials present, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, we are going to have a short interlude of entertainment, and thereafter we are going straight to the speeches. The choir. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. That was the GDC choir who has been entertaining us right here. Your Excellency, it's now time for speeches, and with your permission, sir, allow me to now invite the Principal Secretary, Energy and Petroleum, to continue with the rest of the program. Welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, our Cabinet Secretary, Davis Chirchir, Governor Nakuru County, Susan Kihika, Ambassador Jean Marriott, all elected leaders, all protocols observed. Mabibi na Mbwana, good morning. Good morning once again. Your Excellency, we are going to run a very brief and short program because we know we are constrained on time. And so therefore, today is a very big occasion. It marks the beginning of a 10-year journey. This journey started 2014 when Cabinet Secretary Davis Chirchir was CS in the previous regime. And today, CS, you have come to oversee what you started. Indeed, God has ways of doing things, and that is why what you started, He has ensured that you have to come to continue and ensure that you complete what you started in 2014. Your Excellency, Your Excellency, geothermal in Kenya, we are running on a basis of geothermal. Currently, we are generating 45 to 48% of our energy from geothermal. Kenya runs on a grid that is 92% renewable energy, of which 45% of it is from geothermal, and we are generating at 7 US cents, Your Excellency. Indeed, as per Kenya Kwanza manifesto that talks about acceleration of geothermal, your testament to come here today is a testament that the government led by our President, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, is ready and geared towards driving geothermal development. With those few remarks, Your Excellency, allow me to invite the chairman of GDC, Honorable Walter Nyambati, to make very brief remarks and introduce the entire geothermal team led by the CEO. Karibu sana, Chairman. And after that, Your Excellency, you will allow me to call the Governor of Nakuru to lead the political side, and then thereafter I'll come back on stage to welcome Her Excellency, the High Commissioner of UK. Then she will make brief remarks, and followed by our Cabinet Secretary, who will thereafter invite you. Thank you, Your Excellency. Asante. Karibu, Bwana Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, our peers, our chief guest, who is our Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, our Minister for Energy and Petroleum, High Commissioner of UK, Your Excellency, the Governor of Nakuru, all protocol observed. Habari yenu, amjambo, God is good, and all the time. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, mine ni kidogo sana. Kwanza, nataka unipe ruhusa nichukue nafasi. I want to take this opportunity, first of all, Your Excellency, to ask members of the board of GDC to stand up. We are not come to talk, just to be appreciated. Please. Thank you. Give them a clap, please. Thank you very much. Nice kukaa. Asante, hatuna time. I also want to request the management and members of staff of GDC, please, those of you here to stand. Led by the Managing Director, Bwana Paul Ngugi. Makofi tafadhali. Asante sana. Your Excellency, allow me to take this opportunity on behalf of the entire GDC fraternity, the board, management and staff, to welcome all of you here in this very special occasion. Thank you very much for finding time to come. The fact that you are here, Your Excellency, shows the importance that the Kenya Kwanza government, led by His Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and yourself, attach to matters energy in this country. So we appreciate your being here, and we thank you very much. GDC, as you all know, our work, Your Excellency, is to develop steam, which is necessary for generation of power in this country. And GDC is the way to go. But we also want to produce enough power, Your Excellency, in line with Kenya Kwanza manifesto of power in this country, so that we are able to serve the entire country and also attract investors from out to come and invest in our country. Much for being here, and we request you to continue supporting us. The government a lot of money and resources for the development of this GDC, and we don't take it for granted. We just want to request you, Your Excellency, to continue supporting us. Where we are, like here in Menengai, whenever we go, we try and develop the area and assist the people in many ways. We have opened this area. When we came here first, this area was not the way it is now. But you can now begin to see how much GDC has done in this area in matters of development. So I really want to ask the government to continue supporting us. Finally, Your Excellency, because I don't want to say a lot because of the constraint of time, I want to take this opportunity to thank GovLec for believing in us and partnering with us. We want to assure them and those who want to come and invest here that we will continue giving you enough steam to do the work. And so we want to thank you so much. And the fact that Excellency, the Ambassador of UK is here, shows how important this mission is. So thank you so much, Ambassador, for coming here. I also want to thank our Governor for Nakuru for making it possible for us to operate here. We want to do many things here, Your Excellency, under your able leadership of the Kenya Kwanza government, the government that we supported and would continue to support. And we are also shareholders in this Kenya Kwanza government, fully 100%. JDC is a shareholder. So we thank you very much and we wish you well. And we want to pray that you continue supporting us. The major thing that we do as JDC is to de-risk, to make sure that we have created an enabling environment for investors to do business, because it is a very expensive exercise. But the fact that the government, the Kenya Kwanza government, is investing in this kind of work that we are doing, we appreciate, and it's on behalf of everybody, we want to thank you very much. Our minister, who's leading us very ably, we want to thank you, sir. This is your project, you started this thing, and we want to see that the Kenyans have benefited from this. With those few remarks, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for blessing us with this occasion, Your Excellency. We will not forget it. We'll be inviting you more and more because we want to break more grounds so that we produce more electricity for our people so that the cost can come down and the Kenyans can enjoy. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki.
Makofi tena for our chairman. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, I've also noticed that we have members of the I can see Augustine Wafula, simama tafadhali. That is the member for Roy Sambu. I can see Mheshimiwa Emase, Mary Emase, correct? Geoffrey, Mheshimiwa Geoffrey, Mulanya, Nambale, and Mheshimiwa from the Turkana. Women there from Turkana. Those are members of the Energy Committee. We appreciate that you have taken your time to come and join us as we ground break. Really, thank you. And we are also thankful that even in the Energy Committee, us as a ministry, we feel your support. Asante. With your permission, Your Excellency, I want now to call our hosts. And Your Excellency, this county of Nakuru is blessed because of all our geothermal, we are currently generating entirely from Nakuru County, Olkaria, and now we are in Menengai, which is also in Nakuru County. So basically we are saying Nakuru has become the center of our energy hub. So karibu our governor, makofi for our governor, Susan Kehika, who is the governor for Nakuru. Karibu sana, karibu. You lead the political leaders. Thank you. Asante.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Asante, Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua, the British High Commissioner, Your Excellency Jane Marriott, the CS for Energy, our friend Davis Chirchir, the PS, the members of Parliament here present, led by our area MP, Mheshimiwa Irene Murembo of Bahati. And this is a shared constituency kidogo area. We also have Mheshimiwa Samuel Gashofe from Subukia. We have our able women rep, Mheshimiwa Lisa Wajiro wa Cherure. We have our senator, Mheshimiwa Tabitha Karanja. We have our neighboring member of parliament as well, Mheshimiwa wa Mazingira, Mheshimiwa Charity Kathambi. We also have in our midst the area member of the County Assembly, Mheshimiwa Grace Mwadhi from Bahati. We also have other members of the County Assembly. If you can just stand where you are and wave, that would be nice. Thank you very much. Rutok, is this your area too? So it's a shared area. We also have Rutok of the Afro, member of the County Assembly from Menengai West. Thank you very much, plus all our members. We also appreciate the MD as well, the MD CEO of GDC, Your Excellency, the Deputy President. As Nakuru County, we want to appreciate you and Excellency, the President, having appointed our son, Paul Goge, I wanted to see if you know, from Nakuru County to be the CEO and the MD of GDC. That we truly appreciate. Plus our chairman and the board of directors of GDC, the CEO, Globlek, I hope that's the right way you pronounce it, all the leaders here present, everybody. God is good and all the time. So very quickly, we are moving very fast, and I hope I have not left anybody out. Oh my God, plus my wonderful Deputy Governor of Nakuru County. He is right here. And everybody else here present, plus all the officials or officers from Nakuru County government. We shall quickly move and hear for very briefly from our area member of parliament, Mheshimiwa Irene Murembo.
Asante sana. Your Excellency, our Deputy President, the truthful man, Your Excellency or Her Excellency, our High Commissioner, Madam Jane Marriott, CS, PS is present, all elected leaders present, GDC fraternity, government officials present, watu wa Bahati, watu wa Rongai, na watu wa Subukia. Hamjambo. Hamjambo. Mumekaribisha wageni wetu. Your Excellency, as we said, this part of GDC pia ina shareholders. Watu wa Bahati on the left, Rongai on the right, na hapa nyuma Subukia. So when we talk or when I talk, I'll be talking on behalf of the three constituencies, lakini ule mheshimiwa Subukia pia ataongea yake. Yangu ni mafupi. I have been sent here by these people. And I just want to point out, all these people need is, this is a great investment. We expect power to be reduced in the near future. We expect better things ahead of us as Bahati, Rongai, and Subukia. And we want to request Globalec. All they need is contractual employment. So what they are requesting is that when Globalec comes, let them just form committees, employment committees, so that they can all agree and there is transparency. Then they are requesting for CSR projects. We have our Jacaranda school, we have Osembo, we don't have water, the school has been run down, so we are actually requesting for your assistance on that. And the same applies to Rongai constituency, and our MP will give out the school if you allow us to do that. And from GDC, we also expect they help us also with CSR projects in terms of employment scholarships, and they also try and make our roads passable. We also request that they help our young people with CSR projects of tree planting. Your Excellency, as you try to push the agenda, hata sisi hapa, we have taken up this serious about illicit brew. Hapa niko na team, sijui kama wako wale wamekaa soba na mrembo na kupanda miti. Wako? Your Excellency have been trying to convert those guys who really want to come, wakae soba na mrembo, we also conserve the environment. So we are requesting our partners, please support us, support this youth so that we can conserve the environment by planting more and more trees. We are also requesting, if it is possible, you help our business fraternity, because we know this is a huge investment. If you can also take local content from us, we shall really appreciate. That is both from all constituencies, Rongai, Bahati and Subukia. And finally, hawa watu wangu, sisi ni watu ya yes, ama? Yes. Sisi ni watu wa? Yes. Sisi tumeongojea nyumba. Kazi ndio tunaongojea. We are expecting 10,000 jobs. Milango, mabati, sindio? Our businesses will thrive. So as Bahati people, we are ready and we are actually saying, tafadhali leteni hizo nyumba haraka, watu wapate kazi. Asanteni sana.
Asante sana, Your Excellency, and even GDC, as you can hear, ile shida kubwa sana hapa ni kazi. Si ndio hiyo? Saa yote wanasema wanataka kazi. Now, let me welcome our comment from Subukia, pia atuambie yake kidogo. Thank you. Mheshimiwa Gashofe.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Her Excellency, UK Commissioner, High Commissioner, our CS Energy, our Governor, and all protocols observed. My name is Samuel Gashobe, MP Subukia, and mine will be very brief because my sister has already highlighted, and this is a very, very important development project in our county. And our request, Your Excellency, is that this project is just next to my constituency and also close to Lungai. We request that when they are considering employment, let them consider from the 3 constituencies so that we use the local labor, and this one will go, will help our people. Secondly, Your Excellency, is the issue about the CSR. I request that you can also be able to fund part of our schools. And in the neighboring here, we have Legogo Primary School, Legogo Secondary School, and Marigo B Primary School, which they need support, and we are going to appreciate. The neighboring community, the problem there is water. So we are requesting if you can be able to support the community with the boreholes. I think these people will feel they have really been supported. And finally, Your Excellency, this being a power plant, we request that you help us all. You command that all our surrounding areas, we don't have power. We request that if power is being generated from this area, let us be connected with electricity. Finally, Your Excellency, I want to commit that we are in total support of this project and we are going to support to fully, but ours is those minimum requests that we have requested. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Asante Mheshimiwa Gashofe. Now, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, it is my distinct pleasure to join you today, Your Excellency, as you break the ground for the construction of a 35 megawatt power plant here at Menengai Geothermal project in Menengai, Nakuru County. I welcome you all to Nakuru County, and especially here in Menengai, which is in Bahati and Rongai sub-counties. And my sincere appreciation to the Geothermal Development Corporation and Globalec Generation Limited, Kenya, for making it possible for us to congregate here to launch the construction of a power plant that will add 35 megawatts to our power generation. We applaud you and encourage you to continue cementing Nakuru County's reputation as the home of geothermal energy. Your Excellency, the launch of today's power project marks the initial utilization of the 105 megawatts of steam here in Menengai. We are eagerly awaiting the finalization of other phases of the Menengai Geothermal project, whose net effect will be to increase the attractiveness of Nakuru County as a power generation powerhouse in the region. We are confident that the attraction of independent power producers such as Socian Energy and the ones we are here with today and others is a clear vindication that Nakuru County has an enabling environment for local and international investments in energy generation and other sectors. I'm glad to report that in addition to an enabling environment for investment, we have developed business-friendly policies and regulations to attract more investors in manufacturing and industry. Aside from the significant milestone that today's groundbreaking of the power plant construction adds to the government's commitment to the generation of 5,000 megawatts of power, I'm also alive to the more opportunities that can be delivered from the steam and brine used beyond the national grid. On this front, Your Excellency, my administration, in partnership with the GDC, is keen to develop a framework for local and international industrial developers, engagement for the utilization of available resources, accelerate green industrial development within the county, exploit the abundant renewable energy resources, including geothermal, wind, and solar, and urgently prioritize the creation of a new and sustainable industry. It is our belief and vision, Your Excellency, that through such a framework, we will attract more investors, restore and grow our manufacturing sector by leveraging on available resources like geothermal energy and untapped potential in agriculture and agribusiness, among other opportunities. And we have significant amount of land available, attendant utilities and infrastructure now available for immediate access and development in Nakuru County. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, the County Government of Nakuru, in collaboration with the GDC, is working on setting up the Green Industrialization Task Force, the GTI, to spearhead accelerated development of industries which would take advantage of the green energy and other resources and infrastructure, our vibrant agricultural production sector, and highly skilled workforce to supply the cities of Nakuru, Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, and other major towns and rural areas across the country, and supply export markets in the common market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, region and beyond. The main objective of this initiative is to leverage on our natural resources to accelerate industrialization, provide employment, improve the quality of life in line with the aspirations of the city of Nakuru, and support national development through enhanced participation in the growth of the national gross domestic product. The initiative will complement the new initiatives such as the County Aggregation and Industrial Park, the KAIPS, commonly known as the Egerton Agro-City Park. We are setting up at Njoro in partnership with Egerton University and the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry. To this end, the team will undertake the following tasks within the next 60 days, and I'll be very quick. They'll review the current policy frameworks for industrial development in Kenya and Nakuru County specifically, highlighting the articles necessary to undertake the mandate of the task and implement the initiative. We are reviewing the documentation and preparing the frameworks for the current national and county government, legal and institutional frameworks for industrialization, assessing the technical, legal, institutional support necessary for the initiative's implementation. We've also undertaken, we are in the process of undertaking a stakeholder mapping and prepare reports identifying the primary, secondary, and tertiary stakeholders and engagement plan. So, Your Excellency, because I know you are rushing and you don't have a lot of time, we are really in preparation to take off as Nakuru County push industrialization in line with Kenya Kwanza's manifesto and with Nakuru County being the green energy powerhouse of this country. In the short term, Your Excellency, within a period of 6 months, we are identifying investors and we hope to get more, both local and international. We've provided the framework necessary for these engagements. We've prepared terms of reference, and we are in the course of finalizing that and full feasibility studies and scoping a report for the strategic environmental assessment. In the medium term, Your Excellency, within the next 1 year, our team will provide the approved CE to potential investors and work with them to develop the terms of reference. We are preparing full stakeholder management strategy and facilitate the achievement of this in the next 1 year. And for the long term, within the next 3 years, Your Excellency, we shall facilitate the development of facility management institutions within the county, ensuring that all facets of the Green Industrial Park operate smoothly and sustainably, and that everything is done according to the law. Your Excellency, to this end, my government has requested technical assistance from Power Africa under the aegis of the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. We are exploring bringing on board more partners to realize this endeavor for a green county fully. We are confident that in the fullness of time, the phased targets of the initiative will deliver to us a county which is an industrial hub with food security, employment, and a developed agricultural base as collateral advantages. In conclusion, we feel proud to be associated with the GDC and GlobeLec Kenya for this great milestone, not just here in Menengai, but countrywide. We will continue to provide a conducive and investment regime for all investors to flourish as we seek to develop Nakuru County. We pledge to work closely with the national government, state corporations, private investors, and individuals on our journey to restore Nakuru as the hub for industry and agribusiness in the country. Thank you, Your Excellency. And as I sit, let me take this opportunity. Oh, am I do? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not good at reading hand signs. No, it's okay. It's okay. You do.
Thank you. Thank you, Excellency Governor of Nakuru, for that welcoming speech. And most important is that you are developing Nakuru to be a green energy hub. Your Excellency, with your permission, I had left out a few people. I want to acknowledge the CEOs who are present. That is, I saw the CEO for Ketraco. Kindly stand up. And the representative for CEO Kengen, where are you? Good. Thank you, Elizabeth Jenga. Elizabeth Jenga is our business development manager in Kengen, and she's currently acting as the CEO Kengen. Your Excellency, in front of you can see several flags. Of course, we start with our national flag. Then we have the flag for UK representing GlobeLec. And you can see on the far left, or far right, on my right, or your far left, we have the flag for Japan. There is a reason why the flag for Japan is here. Your Excellency, GlobeLec are going to generate power using Japanese technology. They are installing Fuji generators, and the contractor is Toyota Tsusho or Sifao. Your Excellency, we have the Deputy Ambassador for Japan. Kindly, where are you? Please stand up. To your far right, Mr. Kitagawa. Thank you very much for coming. Your Excellency, we have Ibanson Jenga, who works with JICA. And thank you very much. Uchi Koshi. I got the spelling right. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, as we were trying to rush the parade, 1.5 minutes, then I invite the Ambassador, and then our Cabinet Secretary and the CS. Thank you.
Protocols are all completed. Thank you very much. Is playing its part in harnessing Kenya's geothermal to seeing how the plant develops and how we can invest further in Menengai and other geothermal projects. I'm trying to make groundbreaking is not an easy task. It requires coordination, effort and hard work right across government. Cabinet Secretary Churcher, Cabinet Secretary Undugu, Principal Secretary Wachira, Director General Kiptu and Director General Kirua for all the work they've done working with for the past 10 years. This fully committed financing from 3 senior lenders, the African Development Bank, the Trade Development Bank and FinFund, or to those institutions. Her Excellency Jane Marriott, Commissioner, and her team have provided valuable support in Kenya, and I wish her every success in her for the King's coronation. Given the President's close, but he did say specifically that Jane has consistently and persistently advocated the merits of our project, so thank you. I know that Jane has been ably supported by her team in the High Commission, including her colleague Mike Foster, as well as the Kenyan teams of our shareholders, British International Investment and Northland, and I thank them all for the hard work they put into this project. Finally, I must thank the GlobalEC team, led by Eddie Jirogi, our board member, former CEO of Kengen. Eddie, I think you're well known, but stand up. Thank you very much. And other GlobalEC people, would you also stand up? We have Edward Wenceslas, our project director, Adam Blackden, who's in charge of the project. Where's Dickens? He's going to be based here in charge of the project. Going off my script, there were a lot of discussions about CSR initiatives and what GlobalEC's obligation should be. We're making a commitment here. When we break ground and make an investment, we will be here for decades to come. We'll be part of the community in Nakuru and Menengai. In terms of CSR, you know, in Goch, Rongi Water Project that we're currently investigating, and also a Jacaranda School where there's some needs that we're looking into. So look at the needs, assess them, work with local political figures and figure out what needs to be done. As many of you know, we're already partners can do in Kenya to encourage the energy transition, to complete the electrification of the country, and we can do resources of Kenya. I think the aspiration to make the Kenya fully renewable, given we're so close, is a really brave initiative, and we can do it. We can do it together, and we can lower prices. So that, to me, is something I feel passionate about, and I'm really excited about. Finally, our next task is to take the project to financial close. Conference, it's the biggest energy conference of the year. It's being held in Nairobi in 2 weeks' time. So I'd love to think that we can announce that the formal financial close has been reached in 2 weeks' time. So let's work.
Thank you, CEO. Another hearty clap for the CEO of GlobalEC. Your Excellency, and Your Excellency, that lady has been to our office several times. She has been to your... She has called my boss, who is my cabinet secretary, Davis Churchill, enough times, and in duty to welcome the ambassador, UK.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deputy President, CS, Governor, distinguished guests, all protocols observed. It's a great honour to be here at this green energy hub as I completed that my last formal project is in a county with such amazing, strong female leadership. So during my time here in Kenya, I'm delighted to say that a relationship has gone from strength to strength between we launched in 2020 was turbocharged Ruto and Prime Minister Sunak when they met in the Climate Summit. And at that meeting, they agreed to fast-track a package of new UK green investments in Kenya worth 500 billion shillings. This Menengai Geothermal project we're here to celebrate today. It's a landmark agreement that builds on the UK's history, long history as the largest investor in Kenya, with over 250,000 Kenyans employed by UK firms. And it's also an important signal to the world that countries don't have to choose between economic growth and leading on climate change. And we see here today that you can do those two things simultaneously, attracting private investment that countries need to create jobs, including in the community here. When leaders gather in September in Nairobi at the Africa Climate Summit, I hope they will see the example that Kenya is setting for the world and follow Kenya's lead in attracting new investment through a commitment to green economic development. The amazing achievement of over 92% clean energy has, of course, been at the heart of Kenya's climate leadership and her partnership with the UK, because it was my predecessor's predecessor in 1981 who stood just round the corner here with BII, British International Investment, then known as CDC, to help finance the very first geothermal plants here in Kenya. So this is a long partnership that we started that journey with you, and we continue that journey with you. Along the way, we financed a range of other clean energy facilities over the last 40 years, including Eldasol and Radiant Solar in Uasin and Malindi Solar in Kilifi. As the largest independent power producer in Africa and BII's most significant partner in the clean energy space, Globelec, who you've just heard from, their CEO, has been a massive part of that story and partnership. And Globelec begins construction of this clean energy plant here today, hopefully with financial close in the next, not a fortnight, let's give you a couple of days. We can do this by next week, I think, to provide more cheap, reliable baseload power needed for Kenya's economic transformation and to benefit the Kenyan people. This plant will both advance Kenya's global leadership on climate change, but it will also bring down the cost of power, showing that green growth is good for business and good for the people of Kenya under the leadership of President Ruto and Deputy President Gachagua. I'm particularly pleased that we're working with our Japanese colleagues, a collaboration between our businesses together to combine their expertise on world-leading green infrastructure, delivering this without unsustainable debt. When the UK hosted G7 leaders in Carbis Bay 2 years ago, they committed to build a new global partnership for infrastructure, that investment would be honest and reliable and would be the finance that developing countries need. It would not add to Kenya's debt burden. So as I depart Kenya at the end of this week, I know I leave a country that has got an incredibly bright future and a partnership with a country that stands with Kenya and supports and celebrates Kenya's success for the Kenyan people. Asanteni sana.
Your Excellency, you know there is a tall, dark man who wears spectacles, and Your Excellency, many of these Kenyans may not know, and our people may not know, that this gentleman had to cut short his official trip to Paris, where he was representing Kenya in the International Energy Agency Forum, and he has some good news for the country in regard to what he achieved in Paris. Most important is that he traveled overnight to ensure that he is here. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome our Cabinet Secretary, Energy and Petroleum, Davis Chirchir. Asante sana.
Thank you, Alex. Your Excellency, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, British High Commissioner Marriott, standing on all the protocols, Susan and the leadership of Nakuru County Governor, good morning. Your Excellency, I have a speech, but I won't read because I want to respect the time and the function. Here to complete a project I started in 2013-2014 when I was the Minister for Energy. I think Eddie waited. Granted, we are going to work together, we're going to cooperate to finish this. Your Excellency, Kenya is the hub today, and particularly Nakuru, of green energy. Like attending an international energy agency where Kenya was nominated to host the 9th International Energy Agency Conference. Through the support of the green energy here in Nakuru. So congratulations, Susan. I want to congratulate British High Commission. This project to an end. Your Excellency, it went to the extent of, like she said, the British Prime Minister, the sideline of a climate change conference in Samal Sheikh. I was in that very brief meeting to push this project. We don't need to use leadership to push competitive energy to power and our energy parks, so that the global farms can be resident again in Nakuru, where they can make use of direct our country competitive, have the global farms to take advantage of cost advantage, distance advantage, because we now brought the standard gauge railway. Let me just congratulate Jane Marriott. Let me congratulate the full team of GlobalEC, the lead funders in Africa Development Bank. That side of this project. I want to confirm, Your Excellency, that as the leader in the energy sector trusted to basically support government, will work to bring down the cost of megawatts of Malindi in a place called Weru, more energy. One thing, Your Excellency, I've visited this project since I came to office. I think this is my 4th time today, as part of the generator population that consumes this energy. Have been on what do you call ile bei ya maskini inaitwa lifeline tariff. The generators, Your Excellency, to renegotiate can thrive and be that destination energy to our people. I do not want, Your Excellency, the PC contractor to my office. I would like to meet to firm up that timeline, so that delivery of 2025 does not become 2026, it doesn't become 2027. So GlobalEC, can we meet in my office and Toyota Tutso to firm up that timeline? I want that timeline signed, and we deliver on that. Is it April 2025? May 25. We must deliver this power. There is no stretching further. And we'll sign up that board outside tomorrow morning. So Karibuni, I'll give you a couple. Let me thank the leaders who are not acknowledged. Lisa Cha, Karanja, just wave to the ground. Thank you for support us today. Thank you, Your Excellency. Can we now put our hands together to welcome our Deputy President?
Thank you. Please be seated. And say the British High Commissioner Jane Marriott, my younger sister, Governor of Nakuru, Susie, our members of Parliament, our Senator, CEOs, and all the stakeholders, good morning. God is good, and all the time. Nisalimieni kwa Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Bwana Yesu asifiwe tena. Asanteni sana. It is a great day as we break the ground for construction of Menengai Geothermal Power Generation Project. This project will add an extra 35 megawatts to a national grid upon completion in 2025. You said May 9. You said May 9. 25. 25th of May. My PA, can you put that in my diary? I'll be back here. So, wewe minister na PS, kama nikija nikute hakuna kitu, mfunge virago muende. To complement the existing geothermal, wind, solar, and hydropower, we are implementing this project in partnership with GlobalEC, with the support of the African Development Bank, to a tune of $145 million. It pushes Kenya closer to our target of 100% transition to renewable energy. Currently, at least 87.42% of our power is green. Geothermal power alone contributes 45.5% to the national grid. This, therefore, means that we are on track to meeting our power demand, which keeps rising at the rate of 3.1% annually. Your Excellency, Ambassador Jane Marriott, distinguished guests, the Kenya Kwanza administration is determined to push this further as one of the measures of transitioning from fossil fuel to green energy in our bid to combat the negative effects of climate change. Green energy is also affordable, a factor that will significantly bring down the cost of power, especially for our domestic consumers. For instance, upon completion, electricity from this power plant that we launched today will cost about 7 US cents. Reduced cost of power is also a catalyst to our development pillar at manufacturing, which will not only reduce the cost of production, but also accelerate job creation for our unemployed population, especially our young people. Similarly, reduced cost of production will progressively contribute to lowering the cost of living in the long term. Distinguished guests, as the #1 country in production of green energy in Africa, we also want to attract more local and foreign direct investments. We ride on the fact that green energy is more reliable than fossil fuel or hydropower, even in times of catastrophes like the recent drought, which substantially reduce the volumes of water in our rivers and dams. As we push towards more online jobs across the country through the 100,000 kilometers digital superhighway, the reliability of green energy becomes critical in sustaining the virtual economy. As demonstrated, renewable energy is central to improving the lives of Kenyans, more so those at the bottom of the socio-economic pyramid. We commend the Geothermal Development Company and the other agencies for the tremendous work in unlocking Kenya's green power potential. We'll continue to support GDC to effectively play its role. More importantly, these efforts will help Kenya meet its international obligation on decarbonizing the economy on the African and global front as we push to exploit the full geothermal potential. As I conclude, I wish to call for more partnership in fully exploiting the green energy. Asanteni sana. Your Excellency, the High Commissioner, and those present here, let me say very categorically that the Ruto administration is doing everything possible within a very short time to unlock all development projects and partnerships that have been stuck for the last 10 years. This project was started in 2013 and it has been stuck for the last 10 years. In the first 8 months of our administration, because of focused leadership and determination to lower the cost of power, our government has dealt with all the bottlenecks that have been a hindrance to have the function we have today. I want to ask the people of Kenya to ignore the noises from our detractors, because we have hardly been in office for a year. We are only 8 months. And even a child that is born today cannot start walking. Kuna mtoto anaweza zaliwa leo na aanze kutembea? Mwezi 8 peke yake, hii kazi ilikuwa imesimama mwaka 10. Hii tumefungua, tupigieni makofi. And I want to assure the people of Kenya that through deliberate, pragmatic interventions in green energy, progressively we will do away with the very expensive generation of power through diesel and go to green energy. And in several months to come, along as we go on, we'll bring the cost of power down for our domestic users and also for our industries and factories, so that they can create more employment, produce goods more cheaply for consumption by the people of Kenya. So I want to ask the detractors of our administration, you have seen nothing yet. Relax. We have just started. We have taken our time to study what went wrong. President William Ruto is committed that the economic recovery of our great nation is his first priority. and a lot of time and thought in. The president holds 5, 6, 7, 8 meetings on a daily basis with all stakeholders, with all players, economy. And I want to assure the people of Kenya to give us a little bit more time. All the things that need to be done are being done. And in the fullness, this economy will be restored to where President Mwai Kibaki left us. Na mimi, watu ya Menengai muko? Menengai hoi? Mimi kwanza nichukue nafasi hii kushukuru nyinyi sana kwa kutukaribisha, na kwa niaba ya kiongozi wetu Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya Dr. William Ruto, ambaye nimemuaga leo, ameelekea huko nchi ya Zambia, amenituma na salamu. Umepokea? Na kwa sababu sijafika hapa tangu wakati tulikuwa hapa wakati wa kinyang'anyiro, nichukue nafasi hii from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of my boss President William Ruto and I and our entire team of UDA and Kenya Kwanza, niseme watu ya Menengai asanteni sana kwa maombi na kura zenu. Tulishukuru sana. Kwanza mimi, mnajua nilikuwa kwa kona mbaya. Si mnajua vile hii watu walikuwa wamenifinya? Mkaniokoa. Asanteni watu ya Menengai, asanteni sana. Tunataka kusema asante kwa maombi yenu na kura zenu, na mimi nataka kumhakikishia kwamba hatutaangusha nyinyi. Pia mimi nataka nitoe shukrani kwa kura wa huyu gavana wetu, huyu mrembo, huyu Susi. Nataka niseme asante. Niseme asante kwa huyu Mama Keroche kwa kura zake kama senator wetu. Niseme asante kwa huyu Wanjiru Chelule kwa kura zake. Niseme asante kwa Bwana Gachobe, huyu mjumbe wetu wa Subukia. Hata huyu mrembo huyu, najua hawa walikuwa wamefuata ile jamaa ya zamani, lakini nyinyi watu ya bahati mkasema huyu mrembo vile ni mrembo, hata ama kama amepotea njia wacha tumrudishe. Na kwa hivyo sisi tumekaa chini na watu ya Jubilee, wamewachana na mambo ya Azimio, wamesema hawezi safa sufuria kwa kichwa. Tunafanya kazi na hawa, mpigie makofi. Pia niseme asante kwa ma-MCA wetu wote. Lakini iko kazi moja nitafanya kabla sijatoka hapa. Wapi yule MCA iko na nywele kubwa? Nitafutiwe makasi nimalizane na hii mtu kabla ya kwenda. Kwa hivyo tunataka tuseme asante kwa ile team ambaye mlitupatia. And I want to say, Governor Susan, the President and I do not regret even a moment for having spent time here to campaign for you. Umeendesha vizuri. Kinyero hau mwana witu. Hau. Kanyagia hapo. Si akanyagia hapo. Kanyagia hapo. Na hawa huyu mrembo pia ameanza vizuri. Endelea kanyagia hapo. Kanyagia hapo. So nikimalizia, waziri umesema utakuwa na mkutano na hawa jamaa kesho. Hawa ya Globelec. Huyu Kadhambi ni mtu ya mbali. Mnamjua? Huyu ni wa huko Joro huyu. Ndio hata sikushughulika na yeye. Mpigieni makofi. Huyu mama ni mkali. Kuna watu walikuwa wamepinga yeye ati kwa UDA nomination. Tukaenda huko na rais. Hawakupata nafasi hata ya kusema jambo. Alikuwa mkali sana. She protected her tough. So waziri, utakuwa mkutano na hawa watu kesho. Please sit down. Kabla hamuja kubaliana vile mtamaliza hii muradi May 2025, ajenda ya kwanza mpange kazi ya hao vijana wa area hii. Hao vijana ndio walichagua William Ruto na mimi, ndio wewe ukapata kazi ya waziri. Kwa hivyo kama hamujaongea mambo ingine yoyote, hapa hatutaki walete wazungu kufanya kazi hapa. ama Wahindi ama hawa Japanese. Wazungu, wa Japanese na wale watu wote weupe, tunataka tu accountant na yule mtu atalete pesa ya kulipa watu yangu. Si tumekubaliana? Watu ya kuleta pesa wakuwe ni watu weupe na wakupanga ile vile itajengwa, si ndio? Ile technology wachole bila kitu, hata sisi tumesoma. Wakijamaliza kuchora watuambie fanyeni hii, alafu watupatie nini? Semeni namna hii, si iko sawa sawa? So hiyo tumekubaliana. Number 2, hizi shule ziko hapa, waziri pia hao watu wachangie, si ndio? Najua Kikwetu wanasema onegetunyo mwanale ni ikagerio ke. Si nyinyi mnachukua mali yetu ile iko chini, si ni yetu tulipatiwa na Mwenyezi Mungu? Kwani mtachukua tu na kuondoka? Si mtuachie hata sisi kitu. So let us, waziri, to look at the schools iko area hii, na sana sana hizo mashule, na wananchi watuchibie maboreholes ndio watu ya area hii wapate maji. Wakitufanyia namna hiyo tutatengeneza urafiki, si ndio? Na kwa hivyo hiyo maneno mpange, mkimaliza mimi nitarudi hapa. Nikikuta watu wetu sio wanaandikwa kazi hapa, mjue vile tutabiana na nyinyi. Hatutabiana na nyinyi, na mimi sitaki tukosane na nyinyi. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka niseme asanti, na wajumbe wetu wa Nakuru wote wameamua na kauli moja, wataunga serikali mkono kwa mambo ya affordable housing, na watakuwa bunge asubuhi mapema kupitisha finance bill ndio tukuje tulete manyumba, hao vijana wapate kazi ya kufanya. Na msiangalie ati mambo ya manyumba. Manyumba ni kando, maneno iko hapa. Nyumba moja kujenga inataka vijana 8. Sasa hii vijana wote wakipata kazi wapate kitu Saturday, kwani wanaweza kujikuna? Si hata nyinyi mnataka kitu? Hao wabunge waende wapitishe, wasipitishe? Wapitishe. Wangapi wanasema waende wapitishe? Na nyinyi wananchi msidanganywe na wale watu wameandikwa. Hawa ndio watakatwa. Nyinyi kuna kazi mumeandikwa saa hii? Sasa mnadanganywa mtakatwa na nani? Si ni wale kwa sababu wanataka kujificha kwenu. Wanataka kujificha kwenu. Na unajua hii uongo hawezi enda siku mingi. Sasa ikipita mkose kukatwa, wataambia nyinyi nini? Si hata nyinyi tumtafutie kazi kwanza ndio mkatwe baadaye? Si mkipata kazi mtakatwa? Lakini saa hii wale wenye kutoa ni mimi na hawa, si ndio? Kwa hivyo waache kuharibu wananchi vichwa na mambo ya uongo. Hao walikuwa na nafasi mwaka 10, walifanya kazi gani? Hii project ilikuwa imesimama, walikuja hapa kufungua? Sasa itafunguliwa, vijana wapate kazi. Sasa kazi yao Ruto anai. All the things that need to be done are being done. And in the fullness, this economy will be restored to where President Mwai Kibaki left us.